Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Now, I'm going to be going through a lot of stuff and not really a long period of time, so I really hope you guys can keep up with me. This is going to be a lot of news coming to you guys at once. First and foremost, we're going to be talking about the new OCG 2015 limit regulation. I think that actually sounds better. But the forbidden list for the OCG, which includes Blaster, Red Ox, Tempest, Tidal, and El Shaddai Construct. Now, if you guys did not know, there was something called Dark Matter running around in the OCG, and that's what ultimately consequentially led to the Dragon Rulers being banned. Now, we're coming with Dark Matter to the TCG, and we know for a fact that our lists don't match ever. And there are certain cards on the OCG list that aren't on the TCG list. For example, Winda was at 1, or, you know, for a while. There's just quite a few cards that seem to be deadly in the OCG that once they translated to the TCG, they weren't that good. So it's interesting to see how Dark Matter would work in the TCG, and I'm very excited to see Dark Matter coming out. But the Dragon Rulers are banned, along with El Shaddai Construct, which just like, okay, sure, whatever. I guess Konami OCG has some beef on El Shaddai Construct. Newly limited is D-Mock with an errata. For the people that don't know D-Mock's errata, we're going to go to it right now. It still keeps all of its stats. Its effect is you can only use one effect of D-Mock once per turn. During the end phase, if this card was normal summoned or special summoned this turn, you can target one spell card in your graveyard added to your hand. 2, at the end of damage calculation, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, banish that monster. 3, if this card would leave the field, banish it instead. That's pretty good. D-Mock's effect to add a spell card is only at the end phase. I think that really balanced it. I feel really good to actually call D-Mock to come off the list, and it actually comes off the list. I mean, it's happened, what, 4 lists in a row so far, so I feel like I'm on the roll. D-Mock definitely balanced itself. No more loops. Just no more BS. D-Mock can go to 3 now. It's a pretty balanced card now. Back to our list. Is this our list? Yes, this is our list. Curry Bandit to 1, Mathematician to 1, Necros Embryonic to 1, El Shaddai Fusion to 1, Necro Cycle to 1, Sacrifice and Vanity's Emptiness to 1. Effectively, Konami has hit everything in the OCG for the exception of Burning Abyss, which I'm pretty sure they'll bring out Burning Abyss to the OCG and just, it'll sell out like crazy. Or they'll wait until next list and then hit Burning Abyss and then bring it to the list. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens in the OCG now on, because every deck is practically dead that was once big, and along with the Dragon Rulers for the Dark Matter crap. Semi-limited is Manju, Clifford Scout, Wind-Up Carrier Zamani, and Formula Synchron. Now, newly unlimited is a huge-ass freaking list. So it's going to be Archlord Christia, Insector Hornet, Rooster, Burner, Lightning, Sinju, Sinister Surfeit, because it's so trash, Stream, Dragon of Droplets, Reactin, Winda, Legendary 6 Samurai Shiin, Big Eye, Monster Gate, Temple of the Kings, and Exchange of the Spirit. All of those cards are coming off the list from their respective restrictions. It's just really interesting to see how the OCG will respond to it. I personally feel that Fire Fist are now tier 1, with, you know, all of this just being crap ton hit. And then I think it's going to be Fire Fist, Mermelon, whatever Konami decides to bring out on top of that. It'd be a really interesting format to see. The next thing we want to talk about after the OCG list, which is a very interesting list, I want to say, it's a pretty good list, is the new cards, the new Toon cards. Yay! Toons get support. Now, this card is called Toon Kingdom. When this card resolves, banish the top 3 cards of your deck face down. This face-up card is treated as Toon World. Toon monsters you control cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effect. It's a Toon monster will be destroyed by battle or card effect. You can banish 1 card from the top of your deck face down instead of for each monster that would be destroyed. Now, that's very interesting. Keep in mind, face-down cards cannot be used in play unless there's some card that specifically designates face-down cards. And yes, you guys, you were right. I stole this from MCO40. That's exactly what I do. I'm the fucking Cali Effect. I mean, come on, what do you expect? I'm going to rob somebody today. Next will be Toon Ancient Gear Golem, which we're actually going through all these cards at the same time. I don't know what they do either. Toon Ancient Gear Golem is a 3,000. This card cannot attack the turn it's summoned, blah, blah, blah. If you control the Toon World and your opponent does not, you can attack your opponent directly. If this card attacks, your opponent can activate spells and traps. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflicts piercing. So basically everything Ancient Gear Golem does, except it's a Toon monster now, which is very interesting to see that they're still making Toon monsters of cards that, you know, Pegasus never played. Next, what else does he have? Red-Eyes Transmigration. Actually, I think we'll get into this, but sure. It's this card is used to ritual summon Lord Red. Ritual summon Lord Red by your hand by tributing monsters you control whose total levels equal up to 8 or more by banishing Red-Eyes monsters in your graveyard. That's pretty cool. More Red-Eyes support. Who would have guessed? And now Lord Red. This can be ritual summoned by Red-Eyes Transmigration. Once per turn, when a card effect other than Lord Red effect is activated, you can target one monster on the field, destroy that monster. Once per turn, when a card effect other than Lord Red is activated, you can target one spell or trap card and destroy it. That's pretty cool. Pretty nice ritual, especially since you can use Red-Eyes cards in your graveyard. Really don't know what else to say. Toons get support. Red-Eyes cards get support, more support if you guys did not know, and we are on the roll. Next, we're going to be talking about May 2015, first solid news of Battle City Pack. Probably easy access for Duelist of Destiny and core cards related to Blue Eyes White Dragon and Red Eyes Black Dragon. So if you guys did not know, this is going to be a set. In my opinion, this is what I think is going to happen. Basically a set for all the Blue Eyes cards, all the Red Eyes cards, and a little kind of set thing. And Kaiba just looks hella weird right there. I don't even know what else to say. I think that's pretty cool. I feel like Dark Magician was left out, but he'll soon get his support that he deserves. And hopefully it'll be just as good as the Red Eyes and the Blue Eyes support. And hopefully Blue Eyes does get more support like Red Eyes is, because Red Eyes is getting a freak ton of good support. Next, more cards that are coming out. Yay! And Red Eyes get an X-Seed monster. If you guys don't know the Red Eye support in the back, before all this stuff coming out, you might want to have to look it up. Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization will probably be your best bet. I'm not going to go over it. I apologize. I should go over it, but we'll talk about that a little later. Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. It requires 2 level 7 monsters. This card's X-Seed material, while that card has X-Seed materials, cannot be destroyed by card effects. While this card has X-Seed materials, inflict 500 to your opponent each time your opponent activates a card effect. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach one, target one Red Eyes, normal monster in graveyard, special summon it. Pretty cool. I like it. I like its effect. It's oh, it even has little wings, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. That's pretty dope. Next we have oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was a Red Eyes card. I'm like, that obviously like a Cyber Dragon. Toon Cyber Dragon. It looks so cute. Oh my god, it's so cute. It's so cool. Anyways, Toon Cyber Dragon. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. This card cannot attack during the turn it's summoned. If you control a Toon World and your opponent does not, it can attack your opponent directly. So everything a Cyber Dragon would do, except it's a Toon. Whoa, what the hell is this? This looks cool too. Probably a Red Eyes card. Black Metal Dragon. Alright, sweet. I never thought I'd see this. You can target one Red Eyes you control. Equip this card from your hand to your side of the field against 600 attack. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one Red Eyes card from your deck to your hand. Alright, Red Eyes support is just getting amazing. I believe this is part of the new archetype, which is Ignite cards. Ignites, I'm not 100% sure what they revolve around. We'll get into them later. If you guys do like this type of video, we'll do more news. You can target 3 Ignite cards you control. Oh, I'm sorry. They're based off of destroying each other. Destroy them if you do special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, you can target one other face-up Ignite monster you control. Return it to your hand. Ooh. There's a lot of talking to me. I'm sorry. There's a lot of talking for me. Return it to your hand if you do place one monster your opponent controls to the bottom of the deck. That's not bad. More Red Eye support. Alright, sweet. Ignite Phoenix. All Ignite monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. Once per turn, you can target one Ignite card you control, destroy it, and if you do, add one Ignite card from your deck to your hand. Is it the field spell card? Yes, it is. That's pretty good. This is another Ignite trap card. Once per turn, during your main phase, you can target up to 3 Ignite cards you control and destroy them. Then return a number of cards up to the opponent monster control to your opponent's hand, blah, blah, blah. You guys, I'm not going to read the Ignite cards. They just don't, I mean, to be honest with you guys, they don't seem interesting to me. They involve around destroying each other to gain effects. I'm not going to read over all the bad ones, all the good ones, all this other crap. Ooh, this card looks hella cool. Oh, the first Pendulum X seed card. I know, there's like so much stuff I'm giving you guys into one little basket of things, but we'll talk about that, you know, me keeping up with the stuff later. This is rank 7 Dark Dralian X seed Pendulum Effect monster. Oh my god, that's a lot. It's called Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon, 3000 attack, 2500 defense, and has a scale of 4. Once per turn, if you do not have a card in your Pendulum Zone, you can place one Pendulum monster in your main deck in your Pendulum Zone. That already starts with a good effect. Sweet. Monster effect. If you Pendulum summon level 7 monsters, you can Pendulum summon this face-up card from your extra deck. Okay. Alright. If this card is Xseed summoned by using an Xseed monster as Xseed material. What? That's a lot. Destroy all level 7 or level 7 lower monsters your opponent controls. And if you do, inflict 1,000 to your opponent for each card destroyed. During this turn, it can make a 2 additional attacks during each battle phase. Alright, seeing that you can have more than one battle phase. If this card is destroyed by battle or effect in the monster zone, you can destroy all cards in your Pendulum Zone. If you do, paste this card in your Pendulum Zone. Sweet. That's a pretty good effect. But keep in mind, you have to have a card in the Pendulum Zone to activate and resolve that last effect. I like it. I mean, it's a pretty dope effect. Pendulum X monsters, that's hella cool. Now, this is an interesting looking card. So, Koshe no Motachase. Alright, I'm horrible with Japanese. It's a rank 3, or I'm sorry, it's a level, looks like a level 7 dark, 3/3 scale, 25,500 defense. Once per turn, you can target one Xseed monster you control. During this turn, that monster can be used as an Xseed. Oh, for an Xseed summon. Okay, so this obviously helped you go into the Pendulum monster. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can target one light monster on the field and negate that monster's effects until the end of the turn. Next on the list is the other one. G. I'm not going to say its name. It is a level 4, 8/8 light monster, 500 attack, 1500 defense. Its Pendulum effect, once per turn, you can target one Xseed monster you control and one level 5 higher monster you control. So at the end of the turn, the rank of that Xseed monster becomes the same number as the level of that 5 or higher monsters. Okay, so now you guys are obviously seeing how to make Dark Rebellion so much easier. It's a good effect. These are good cards. I like them. If you control more cards than your opponent, the scale of this card becomes 4. It's 8 right now. That's not cool. Your opponent takes no battle damage from battles involving this card. Once per turn, you can target one monster in the field. Until the end of the turn, that attack becomes equal to this monster's attack. Oh, alright. That's pretty douches. And we get new DDD support. Oh my god, TheCaliEffect. This is so much freaking information. DDD Oracle Overlord D-Arc. While this card is face up on the field, the card effects that will inflict damage to you instead makes you gain LP. That's pretty good, seeing that DDD tend to kill themselves with effect damage. And DDD Pandora, 1700 attack, 2100 defense, level 5. When this card is destroyed by battle by your opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, draw 2 cards, I guess. And then they get an Xseed monster. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, he doesn't look that bad. DDD Sniper Overlord Tail, rank 5. Fiend, Xseed monster, 2300 attack, 2000 defense. 2 level 5 monsters. You can also Xseed this card by using a rank 4. Once during your turn, if you would have taken damage, you can detach one material. Target one face-up monster on the field, it loses 1,000 attack and defense, and if it does, the opponent takes 1,000 damage. This is a quick effect. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send one DD or Covenant card from your deck to the graveyard, and then a new archetype. God, this is a lot of information. How much time I'm on? All right, you guys get 13 minutes of information, and it is a new plant archetype. I guess they're called Aroma. Once per turn, if you control an Aroma monster, you can gain 500 LP. After you've activated this effect, all monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense until the end of your opponent's next turn. If an Aroma monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you gain 1,000 life points. Alright, sweet. And another cutie. Sweet. Jasmine. Aromage Jasmine. 100 attack, 1900 defense. If you have more LP than your opponent, during your main phase, you can normal summon one plat monster in addition to your normal summoner set. Except Aromage Jasmine, you can only gain this effect once per turn. Once per turn, if you gain LP, you can draw one card. Pretty good. And then, whoa. Kind of flippy. Aromage Bergamot. Level 6 fire, plant monster, 2400 attack, 800 defense. Not bad stats for a level 6. If your LP is higher than your opponent's monsters, all plant monsters you control inflict piercing damage to your opponent if the attack offense is a monster. No crap. They wouldn't inflict piercing damage if any other way. Once per turn, if you gain LP, this card gains 1,000 attack and defense until the end of your opponent's turn. I don't like its effect. It's too much. Unless I can easily summon it. It's probably like a one-of. Aromage Kanaga. Level 3 Earth Plant Monster, 1400 attack, 1000 defense. If your life points is higher than your opponent's, all monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack and defense. Once per turn, if you gain LP, target one spell or trap card your opponent controls, return it to the owner's hand. Alright, now going on to the water one. Aromage Rosemary. It's a water monster, 1800 attack, 700 defense. If your life points are higher than your opponent's, that's the first effect of all of them. Okay? Monsters you control battle an opponent's monster cannot activate their effects until the end of the damage step. Okay, your opponent's monsters can't activate their effects during the end of the damage steps. Once per turn, if you gain LP, target one face-up monster on the field, change that monster's battle position. I like the water one, and I like the light one. All the other ones are, the earth one's mediocre, the fire one I feel is garbage. Is there any other news? Oh, God, this is hard. The Legend of Timaeus, or I'm sorry, the Fang of Critias, my bad, has been announced. There are no pictures. This is on Yu-Gi-Oh! Edition Singapore. I will be talking about the Fang of Critias. Now, Densetsu no Critias, I'm assuming, is the Fang of Critias. It is a light warrior, level 8, 2000 attack, 1800 defense. Imagine a light warrior monster with the Fang of Critias all over him. Can't be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by Legend of Heart. Cannot be special summoned by other ways. When this card is special summoned, you can target one face-up spell or trap card. Banish it. That's cool. I like that effect. When this card is targeted for an attack, you can send one trap card. I'm sorry. When this card is targeted for an attack, you can target one trap card in your graveyard. Set it to your side of the field. It can be activated during the turn it is set. Wow. That is good. I like this card already. Now, the Fang of Critias is a normal spell card. This card is always treated as Legendary Dragon Critias. You can activate one Fang of Critias per turn. Send one trap card listed on a fusion monster card that can be used special summoned by the Fang of Critias from your hand or your side of the field to the graveyard. If it is a set card on the field, reveal it. Then fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck. Okay, let me read that again. Send one trap card listed on a fusion monster card that can be special summoned by effect. Okay, so basically special summon a Fang of Critias fusion monster by sending a trap card on your side of the field. And if it's set, you reveal it. Alright. Now, Garu Sharma Timaeus Knight of Destiny. This is the fusion monster that they're talking about. It requires Legendary Knight Timaeus plus Legendary Knight Critias plus Legendary Knight Hermos. Must be special summoned from your extra deck by sending the above cards to the graveyard. You cannot special summon any other ways. You do not use polymerization. This card is unaffected by other card effects. During damage calculation, if this card attacks or was attacked, you can have this card in defense become the same attack and defense as the monster on the field with the highest attack. When this card is destroyed by battle, you can special summon 3 Legendary Knights from your hand, deck, or graveyard, ignoring their summoning conditions. Its attack is question mark, its defense is question mark, its level is 10, it's a light warrior. Alright, now, since I've completely worn myself out for you guys, saying all of these cards and all of this news at one time in a 20-minute video, this is what I want from you guys. If you guys would like to see more news without me wearing myself out in increments, so when the news comes out, to upload it. I need this video to have 100 likes. I know it's a lot of likes, but you're requiring me to, whenever the news comes out, take my time out of my day to find a way to upload you guys a video for this. I'm sorry that it's a lot of news, but at the same time, I wanted to catch up with all the news that just happened tonight. Overnight. Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. This is a lot of freaking news.